Ghost Racing Network now has merch. Go to grnmerch.com to browse our selections from stickers to custom-made by-request hoodies and shirts. If you've ever wanted to support Ghost Racing Network outside of YouTube, here's your chance. Ghost Racing Network, for the scary side of iRacing. Welcome to Kansas Speedway here for the Redline Racing Series. Evidently, my link for the live timing did not want to work, so I'll post that back in. Literally give me 3 seconds and it should pop back up here. But second race of the season, I do need to get it. Who finished second? I remember this. Who finished second last week? So last week was a weird finish. Basically, the winner wasn't actually the winner. I know it makes no sense. I'm even confused a little bit, but it was because he was basically wrecked for the win, is what it was seen as. So they decided, you know what, we're just gonna give the win to. Let me see who they actually gave it to, because I'm even still confused about this. Yes, this is the one that I need to use right here. Sometimes when you do some stuff with your live timing, it just does not want to work. So I'm refreshing my stuff here. It will show up eventually, but it was the winner of it actually was. It was Eric Heater. Got turned at the finish line by, on the name of it, who turned him? Number 18. No, 18 in this race. Or on the roster. We see results here. I'll look them. Sim Racer Hub. Forgot that was there. So it was Aaron Brown, or yeah, Ron Brown, who actually got second place. And we'll get a chance to interview him during the race sometime here. I was going to do that, but evidently live timing was like, hey, I'm not going to work for you correctly. So I'm going to pull up the starting grid here. So first is Jordan Kuntz. Second, Luke Peters. Third, Michael Rosario. Rosero. That's how he said his name is. Let me just make sure completely. Don't want to butcher it. I know I butcher people's names horribly. Yeah, Rosero. Fourth, Ron Brown. Fifth, Aaron Plemons. Sixth, Ollie Reeves. Seventh, Eric Heater. Eighth, Cody Webster. Ninth, Ryan Joyner. 10th, Garrett Vitton. 13th, Skylar McGurk. 13th. 11th, Sky McGurk. 12th, Josh Kosek. 13th, Blaze Brinkley. 14th, Clay Bellamy. 15th, Malachi Drake. 16th, Noah Allison. 17th, Bryson Brinkley. 18th, Trey Patterson. 19th, Blake Routzan. 20th, Justin Rector. 21st, Amar Bascombe. 22nd, Tyrell Foster. 23rd, Corey Rexford. 24th, Alan Hentz. 25th, Seth Warren, 26. That's not a good view from here. Oh my gosh, that's hard. These are some hard names. Kiel, I don't even want to say that. I'm just going to say, that's a hard name. Hankins, 27th. Gino Mero, 28th. Luke Mahone, 29th. Gavin Gleisman, 30th. Ryan Kendrick, 31st. Mike Campbell, 32nd as Brendan Timon. That's the starting order here. Going to go to the grid because I know that need to give some. Yeah, there's already some paints that I can see have not refreshed correctly. So when we get it, when they all are loaded in, I'll get up to that. And I also need to, I was listening to how quiet this was. I'm going to raise the gain up a little bit. I want to make sure that my sound is also working for my voice. Yes, it is. I've messed around with some settings to kind of separate my audio again. Okay, so now that everyone's gridded, going to be paint refresh. So you'll see their paints go white, and then they'll take a little bit to load in. If they do have a paint scheme, it'll pop them with a new one. Well, there's so many people in the race, it may take a little bit longer than I'm used to. This is a 32 car lobby. Some of them might update throughout the race. That's a nice looking one. Who's that? Who is that? That's a really nice one. That is a nice looking paint scheme. Malachi. It's like 2 sponsorless cars, if that is correct, up in the front. You like looking at some paint schemes every now and then, but Peters and Kuntz. Kuntz. It's Kuntz. It has to be Kuntz. Will lead them to green. 134 laps this track. The track is draft heavy. Tall spoilers, low horsepower. Starter will have the flag in his hand, and green flag is in the air. We are underway here. Evidently, that wants to be really, really quiet, so I'm going to keep it raised up a little bit, but this track overall is just not as loud as I thought it would be. Either that or my audio's gotten quiet out of nowhere. But they are 3 wide, and it's only the second lap here. They're going to try to get a little bit racy around each other. I don't know if that'll work. We got the 99. He's got no help in the middle, so he's probably going to drop like a rock. If he's not careful, if he doesn't get any help, it's going to be even harder for him to do anything. But the 23, he's going to get out to a lead. He wants to see this. He wants to see these guys battling behind him. As long as they do that, he's pretty much, hey, just do whatever you want. And then I'm fine with that. But you see they're 3 wide again here. The 82, 82, the 28, and the 31. Going at it just a little bit. Oh, that's a little bit loose off the corner from someone. I'm not sure who stepped out. The 82's going to throw a block. Early on, we got somebody turning in the back. That's like the 24, maybe. 24, 18, the 41, and somebody else who's pinned up against the wall, the 13 of Mahone. That is a destroyed car. Who got turned? This is about somebody. Did somebody spin behind them? Actually, it was going way too fast. I swear I thought I saw somebody else spin, but yeah, somebody got in the wall behind them. There's like 2 wrecks here. So let's see what happens. Who gets loose? The 2 hits the wall. That's going to slow up the 01. He probably jams on the brake. Causes a stack up. And yeah, that's a stack up effect right there. 03 just gets drilled from behind. Clips the 24. The 13 had nowhere to go. The 18 really didn't either. But I'm going to see who. Oh gosh, is he going to get killed here? Oh, barely gets. He barely avoided that one. Who got loose back here? I saw somebody step out. That looks like Can't see whose number that is. Is that Snow? Who is that in the back? I'm not sure who that was. Somebody else got turned a little bit. We'll actually go back and look at the 13's view because the 13 was the innocent bystander here. He had nothing to do with this. You see basically just right in his face. I'm surprised the car doesn't blow up immediately from that contact either. I'm incredibly used to that happening, but it surprisingly doesn't. But this does bring some people down pit road that had damage. The 90 has damage on it. Webster, I don't think he has damage on his car. He's going to come down, and this could be fuel only from some of these guys. I know the 24 has heavy damage. Didn't see the 98 or 34 get involved. All these guys down pit road, I take fuel only. I wouldn't be risking it. It's just not worth it right now. Don't take, and fuel's fine. Tires, no. You're going to burn a set. I would get heater, but I think he might be a little hot from being involved in that wreck early on. To get in a room in this Discord. I didn't even think about that. I completely forgot. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm in one. I should just disconnect Lilith here. That's actually for Burge. Ghost Cup Series, they start tomorrow. They're duels. I don't know who's going to broadcast that. I know it's not me. I told him I flat out. I literally told him basically, like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that crap. Lights should be off on the pace car. I'm incorrect on that one. But they wanted me to broadcast their Daytona duels, and I literally told them no. I'm not doing that. Yeah, these guys are done. I know 13's done. He's KO'd. What is the 30 doing? Okay, is he... Don't know what that was. That's a little odd, but all right. You do you. Meant to tell Kenny. There we go. So let's see. So we have people who... Well, I know that Webster and Malachi took tires. Actually got damage fixed. Rexford... Fuel only? I know he's been down pit road twice. 18's basically done. 13's destroyed. I mean, that car is toast. Throw it out the window. The lights should go off. Yep, there they go finally on that pace car. I will say this is one of the weirder lobbies that I've saw. What I mean by that is when you would normally, when I used to run A open, you would normally see it be full of Chevys. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Chevys out of 32 cars. The rest are Toyotas or Fords, which for me is weird. I don't know why that. I don't know why I find that weird. I just do. I don't find it normal. The pace car will pull in this time by the Rosero and Kuntz, who will lead them back to green and go on board here with Michael. See him fall out there. Someone almost gets turned in the back. It's 11. Got loose, and the 31 had to go even lower than what he actually already was. He makes it through all of that. You've got somebody who has right rear damage. That's the 03 of Rector. I'm not sure how he got that. He might have got that in the earlier incident that I just didn't see him get involved in. 18 is somehow still on track. The 24 is undoubtedly down power. There's no way he's not. It's a 20. Wait. There's two 24s in this race. I was going to say it's confusing to me. See, one thing about Kansas, though, in these Gen 6s that kind of drove me nuts is it's such a draft-heavy track. You have to stay with each other. As they are now 3 wide again, the 99, 15, 50 up high. And the 99's got to hold his line here. Everyone's actually giving each other a lot of room. The 15, I think he may have decided it's a little bit too early to be racing like this, so I'll just let you fall in behind me. Oh! I think I saw that car step out for just a second. It was pretty hard to see, though. If you weren't desperately looking for it, it would have been hard to see with the normal eye. I do want to see how long this top lane lasts. I think some of these guys are going to start getting loose running it, but I don't know. And these cars, tires are so important. It's ridiculous. And you really couldn't run. For me, I couldn't run the high line. One thing, too, these cars are so aero dependent. I mean, it drove me nuts. Literally nuts. Yeah, but is that Brown that I'm looking at right here with the 24? No. What is the actual number of this 24 car? It's back here. I'm not sure. 18's down power. I mean, evidently. He's basically just here to get points, almost at this point for him. We've got connection dropping here. I didn't realize this. I apologize for that snowstorm. We've had snow around here, and it's been causing issues. Our power actually went out like 2 days ago, which is not a lot past 6 months. I just looked over and saw that, but hopefully it's fine. It might just be a one-time thing. Let's see, I'm trying to look at somebody who's making moves. We got a caution for, says Kendrick has crashed down to the inside. What happened to him? Go chase you to see what happened. Chase, bar chase. Oh, he's just coming up in the 40s there. Yeah. What in the world was that? That might have been netcode. Is that? Yeah, I think that's netcode. That's weird. His card doesn't look normal. Yeah, that's netcode there. And he comes in front of the 42 and gets turned. He just spins down to the inside, though, so he'll be fine. No damage should be done to that car. It's just merging when you think that you can merge and you can't. There's actually somebody there. I've saw people do that. Most of the time I lift, sadly. But doing that gets you nothing because they don't repay the favor at all. They'll just plow through you. Vinton, Drake. I don't know if I'd be coming up pit road. Let's see, 18 laps into 134 lap race. Fuel only right now. I wouldn't take. Well, it depends on how many tires you have. How many tires do they have? They are at tire wise. They get 4 sets of tires. There's a stage at lap 35. They're at 90% fuel. So I'm not completely sure what their fuel will be. More like a rough guess at the moment. Yeah, most of these guys. Now I know the 03. Yeah, 03 is getting damage fixed. They just pulled that fender back out. 41. He was involved in the first incident too. Actually, he's done for the race pretty much. He's just sitting in pit road. He's been in there for 11 minutes, so he's basically done. But Joyner's actually to the lead. He must have gotten it from a shove from somebody. They love to get up on the tail of someone in front of them and just push them as hard as they can. I actually want to see what this looks like and do a little bit of an experiment here with y'all. Sorry, I will. We've got we just had the option for ads, and what I want to check is what it looks like on your end because I don't know how it looks. Do you all miss some of the race though? Is the issue? That's what I want to see. You, I don't think you do. It just cuts into that. Okay. I try not to. I'm trying not to put a lot of those in there because I know ads are annoying, extremely annoying. But lights do go off on the pace car. So it'll be the 82, 15, 11, 23, 99, 50. Joyner, McGurk, Brinkley, Rosero, and Kuntz. Your top five. That looks like six for some reason. Who has damage? These top front five don't have damage. 99 has damage, and I put that in air quotes because he really doesn't. That's just from shoving. That's just paint. That's all that is. Or it's actually wrap now. They don't paint cars anymore, which makes sense. It's more cost effective. But I'm not worried about that damage. Only damage I'd be worried about is spoiler and front end. Damage that spoiler, you're pretty much done. Or that front end, you're pretty much done. Any damage to it, that's drove me nuts with this car. Pace car pulls in here. Joyner will lead them back to green. As green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. They scatter. Somebody didn't get going, and they're going to wreck at the start-finish line. Almost the 80 is going to go up into the wall. That's Hintz. Somebody did not get going, or he might have ran up on him too fast. Oh, so somebody checked up. Who checked up? Not his fault. Somebody didn't get going. So the 30's trying to... What in the world? Yeah, it's just a big jumble up in front of him. He gets drilled. The 38 hits him. I don't know what that's weird right there. And he gets loose, and it looks like he just... Yeah, that's... Just restarts. That's not... Welcome to restarting. What happened at the bottom? That's weird. You must have really low steering sensitivity. Like, that doesn't make... This movement here doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know. That's a weird movement there. But he's got rear end damage. I know that 38 probably has front end damage now because he just drilled a dude in front of him. 30's got front end damage. Come in and get that fixed. Hopefully he pushes in the clutch so I can see some other things. The 38 actually doesn't have any damage, surprisingly, but it might have damaged this splitter or the radiator. I've blown out a couple of radiators on these cars, not even realizing it. I know I did it once at Martinsville. Because I had front end damage from like getting punted. And then, yeah, Martinsville's not fun in these cars. Just don't race them. Or any car, for that matter. It's a mess. Brinkley will come out. Webster's got probably some damage that I can't see. And more of these guys are going to get fixed. But I know Brown and Kosak are actually out still. Mahone is left. Yeah, his car's pretty much totaled. I'll give it to the 41. 14 laps down. Still out here racing. Man wants to try to win. I applaud him for that. As looks like they'll come back down. The 41 still has some damage that hasn't gotten fixed. He's so sorry. That he hasn't gotten fixed. He's probably trying to get that spoiler. Yeah, that spoiler looks like it's still bent up. Yeah, I can see it. So that spoiler is bent up and back. That's not what you want to see with that car. Temperature, chipset. This is a lot of this stuff. I'm trying to squeeze out a lot of stuff from my CPU or my GPU or my PC in general. So I'm really pushing it hard. So I'm just checking temperatures right now because this is the one time it gets really stressed during this. I want to get who was it again? Crap. Brown, but I know he's got involved in a wreck earlier, so he's not going to be too happy. I'm going to wait to get him. AC's now pulling off. He's what? He's only 2 laps. How is he only 2 laps down? What? Lights do go off. If he somehow doesn't... It's okay. That's interesting how he managed to do that. I don't know how he's done that yet, but he has. So good job for him. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it does. Okay. So Brown's not out of this race yet. I mean, if he gets anybody else a lap down, let me see on this leaderboard. No, so he's a lucky dog. 25 laps in, 3 cautions though. Big field hopefully won't have that stack up again. Policeman, what are you doing off track? Okay. Don't know what that was. But pace car pulls in here. And green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. Oh, we got somebody turned. That is not completely sure. A caution is back out. That looked like the 98 of Mike Campbell. What happened to him? Put 3 wide and gets tapped by the 2, and that sends him sideways. Really doesn't go that far to hit the wall, so that car actually may be decently fine. I don't see that much damage on it. I do want to see what in the world was Gleason doing, or Gleisman doing, because I'm still confused by how he ended up there. It looks like that was planned. He must have had to do something. Why he did that? That was weird. But these guys are under their 4th caution, so we'll actually go to our first commercial break. Not ad break, commercial break. Ghost Racing Network now has merch. Go to grnmerch.com to browse our selections from stickers to custom-made by request hoodies and shirts. If you've ever wanted to support Ghost Racing Network outside of YouTube, here's your chance. Ghost Racing Network, for the scary side of iRacing. All right, and we are back here. Back from caution. Kenny just texted me. What is this here? All right, thank you, Kenny. I don't know if you saw that, but he's somebody that I used to run for Team Watson Racing. He's the builder for it. I still talk to him a little bit. I don't run for Team Watson anymore. Not anything because of the team or anything like that. I just when you join a setup team, even like TWR is a really good community. I mean, it really is. But like, if you run any other sets, really, it's another racing shop. Like they get all up in arms, like why are your drivers buying our sets and also the crap. TWR really doesn't care what you do. It's like, hey, you're on the team, congrats. But if y'all know who I'm talking about, it starts with the R, ends with the O. Kind of is maybe a food a little bit. Take the CE off of rice and add a CO. That's who it is. That's not how you spell it, but it's similar to it. Pace car pulls in here, though. And green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. See, the 11 maintains the lead. The 23-year Michael Rosero is trying to get behind him. He might try to go high if he can get his quarter panel there. He can't get it quite. Oh, he almost gets squeezed. I'm going to do a crossover move. That might be the death of him. That was not a good idea. If I was him, I'd maybe try to stay up high, but he's going to get side drafted here. Going to try to go up and side draft the 11 if he can get in deep from the corner, but he's not able to. Can he pull a slide job? No, he can't. Going to wash up the wall. Going to have to maybe lift a little bit. The 11's going to be able to get to the outside of him. Then the 15's going to come and help the 11. Got somebody all the way down to the apron. You can use the apron here. Nothing against it as they are 3 wide behind them. It's like in 2 different places. The 15, sorry, the 50, the 24, and the 82. Then we got the 31, 25? No, 28. Somebody else, a 3 wide with them. I don't know if, I guess top line is dominant here. I don't know. Haven't ran this track in forever. You got to keep that in mind. Oh my gosh, the 15. I don't know what almost turned him, but something almost turned him. That was about to be interesting for him. So I think who's free falling? Somebody's free falling here. They were stuck in the middle, and it looks like they might have gotten up in line instead, but they were going back pretty quickly. I don't know how in the world the 15 didn't wreck him when he was basically turned completely sideways there for a good, I don't know how long. But it was side drafts. 23 didn't realize 11's going to be that close, and these guys are just bobbing and weaving through everything. I mean, these guys are getting super aggressive with it, and we're only 35 laps in as the 15 uses the bumper on the 23, runs them up into the wall. Uh-oh, and they're going to retaliate. The 23 is going to go down, spin through the grass. We stay green. A little bit of landscaping here. I don't have a landscape sponsorship. Don't come up the track. Almost gets ran over. That may have been retaliation. Actually, may have not been. He might have just gotten loose. The 23 is actually still back on track, so his race is not over. I know that he's got all right to be mad in his defense. He did get ran high and booted out of the way. But Brinkley probably likes what he's seeing behind him. He's like, yes, take each other out. As long as you don't take me out, I don't care what happens. 31's paint scheme is probably my favorite. Mainly because it's a Chevy, too. So you didn't hear that from me. These guys are getting really aggressive getting in behind each other. I don't know why they're doing that. The 28 is going to get to the outside of the 41. 41's got help, but the 28 has a preferred line more than anything else. I'm not sure if he can really do much. Yeah, well, he got some shoved by, so he actually got by him. The 67, I think he's trying to bring he's trying to bring the 9 with him. 34 just bottomed out. It's going to get him 3 wide with the 82. I'm too far behind there. Thought I was up top. These guys are blocking a 4 wide for a second. Yes, they're fine. Somebody gets turned. The 34, the 15, 82, the 28 are involved. The 0, the 31, and innocent bystander is the 40. Probably thought he made it through it, but he didn't. That brings out the 5th caution, 39 laps in. Brendan Timon. So he can't really come up track more. He's trying to go down probably doesn't realize the 15's that close. Gets clipped. The 15 he overcorrects. 34 actually got out probably the best of all of them. That was really involved in the wreck. He spun down to the inside. What happened to the 15 here? 15. Joyner. Yeah, he doesn't mean to do that at all. Yeah, he overcorrects, gets hits the 67. Actually, probably gets out decent from this. He does door slam the 28, or 28 really door slams him. And everything breaks loose behind them. How did the 40 get involved in this? Got somebody going to the grass, though. But I do want to see. I didn't mean to hit record event. I already know what that is. I do want to see how did the incident with, I can't remember who it was. Who was it earlier? That puts a lot of guys to the pits, though. Gonna look for this vent more than anything else. I want to see, where did they go off course? I really wish these were coded. Rosero, here it is. Does Rosero retaliate? So this is the incident that put Rosero up in the wall. Don't know if that looked close. He does get tapped there by the 20, or from the 15. And the 15, was he off the throttle or is he still driving? Let's see, is the 15 off of the throttle or not? Probably was. Just gonna slow down time. So he taps him there. I wouldn't say put him in the wall, but I don't think he lifted as much as he should have. Did the 23 come down and retaliate, or is that just him bouncing off the wall? I think it's probably him just bouncing off the wall, if I had to guess, to be honest with you. No, that is not him bouncing off the wall. That is him showing his displeasure. Okay. Has that wheel? Yeah, he was going to make sure to show that he was not happy with him. He just does a 360 and actually gets going. Okay. That brings out, what, the 5th caution, 42 laps in. Cody Webster's actually in the lead. The Heater's still in pit road. 31 got involved, it looks like. Gleisman, he's still in pit road. He's out of the race, though. Kendrick, it looks like he's left. Make sure that nobody got in this room. We didn't. Okay. Did I say Weepster? Webster. Weepster. Where am I getting that from? I don't know. I get people's names from out of nowhere. But he has no, he has pit 3 times, but I think that's for, no, last time he pitted was 30 seconds. That was for damage, though. But yeah, lights do go off on the pace car, however. So, Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells. Tell y'all what, I wish I could draw just any drawing bone in my body. I wish I had had just one, because I have absolutely zero. I cannot draw to save my life, and just looking at animations is amazing. But this has changed up a lot of things. We do have, how many drivers are on the lead lap? Wait for that to be shown. 23 right now on the lead lap. I have a feeling we're not done between the 15 and the 23. But pace car pulls in here. Webster, good lord, will bring them back to green. And green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. These guys are going to fan out here a little bit, trying to get away and around from each other. Sorry, you see having some weird connection stuff. Our fiber optic lines run on our power poles instead of being buried underground. It was a better option for the power or for the company to do, which makes complete sense. There was no way you're digging up all the power lines around here, all the ground for that to do it. So maybe some weird connection stuff here and there that happens because that snow is still on there. These guys are fanning out back here, though. They're not shying away from it at all, which I like to see. Yeah, these guys pitted right here behind. They are up in the lead right now. Webster last pitted on lap 22, so he's got a tire disadvantage heavily and fuel disadvantage. Could just be strategy play from him, just saving his tires, rather than I don't need to really burn him up yet. There's no point doing it. The 50, the 11's going to block the 81 down a little bit. Guys are not afraid to throw blocks. They're going to lean on each other. No, they're just really close. Going to almost lean on each other, probably having to tap the brakes, or it's going to slow them both up. Already saw one person get put in the wall as 81 goes sliding down the inside. I don't even know what happened. I really wasn't even, I was looking kind of in front of him, not focused on him. We'll have to see what happened to him. He does get back going, so he saves the car, just goes through the grass. He stays in the race. Got the 50 and the 11. It was odd. I don't know what that was. 23 is making his way back up here. Uh-oh. He's behind his little friend. Will he repay him, or will he just say, you know what? I don't really care. You do you do, I'll do me. And if we mess with each other, then we'll deal with that later. But rather not turn you, but if I have to, I will. As he's going to gas it up in the middle. He's going to get around the 99. That's a power move from him. I don't know how in the world he did that. Yeah, that's power of tires, actually. My bad. The 50, however, he's got the 11 glued to his bumper. He's just probably going to try to keep him back there at least. He's just like, you can just do what you want to. The 71's going to say, no, I'm going to actually try to take lead for myself. I believe his teammate was the one that got sent to the grass. I still don't know how he got sent to the grass. That's a slide job and a half. The 50 comes and nicks him. He goes by. Trying to pull a crossover. I don't think he's not going to be able to do it. 50's going to be close enough to maybe try one if he can get going in the corners. The 71's bobbling, though, a lot. Actually, this might give the 50 the shot that he needs, and he does. I think the 11 might have gotten his rear bumper. The 82's going to pull it off to the inside. Let these guys race. The 71 might try. No, he's going to stay high, decide to stay high. He's bringing a lot of people in, though. This is broad. Looks like the top 8-ish cars. Yep, 8 cars within less than a second of each other. The main battle's up here. We won't really focus on the back, even though they're 3 wide back there, because we got 2 by 2 by 2, and then we got 2 separate cars in the back trying to battle for the lead. Anybody's race, and caution is out again. Hintz and Vitten have crashed. The 18, the 42 are all in it. Weird. 18 probably didn't realize the 42 was down there. I had to guess, and gosh, that is horrible net code. He's nowhere near him. I mean, he doesn't. I mean, it's close. I can see why net code did that. He gets the 72, innocent bystander. The 80 probably, yeah, he drills the 42 here. Just, oh my lord, that 72 is just flying. Wow. He comes down on all fours finally. Oh, the 30 and the 70 barely miss him, it looks like. The 18 don't roll down the track in front of these guys. He does get hit by the 03. Who was that spinning up there, though? I want to see who that was, because that was a hard hit. 72, we'll look on board with him. It's Blake. I don't want to butcher your last name, so I'm not going to say it. Oh my gosh. That is a hard hit. It's a violent one. Super violent. Uh, team practice. What is this? That is have got. That's weird. Checking Ghost Discord again, but that's a hard hit. Okay, where did actually I did. Sorry, I might have zoned out there for a little bit. I did check. Where's the 81 at? I need to have like an easier way to search up these events because holy crap, this is ridiculous. I can color code them. Oh, okay. I'm not too bright. There he is. How did he end up this sideways? So it's who is it? The 81 is what number is that? Seth Warren. How does he end up this sideways? Because he goes basically straight through the grass. Okay, just gets the door slammed. Goes through the grass, spins. This is basically like the 23 did earlier. Almost exactly like what happened to the 23. It's interesting. I don't know. The 11 just didn't realize he was there. I mean, they have spotters, evidently. Unless they muted their spotters. Which they shouldn't have done that. It's not a smart idea to mute your spotter. But it's definitely cautions early on. They're not afraid of having. It's so creepy. Not afraid of having cautions to begin the race. Uh, 1-3 speed. It's products. I need to look at these. But Rexford McGurk Hence hat heater. The heater, yeah, he's been in here for a minute. He's not a lap. No, he is multiple laps down. 3 laps down, I believe. 2 laps down. The lights do go off on the pace car. It'll be Brinkley who looks like he brings them back around. Hmm. What do you do? So tires. These guys back here have tires, but they're also in the very back. And they have a shot to get them, and they're only not halfway in this race yet. Halfway will be 68, 67. No, yeah, 67. But pace car will pull in here. And green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. Didn't even realize that they added that there for the draw. That's actually pretty cool to see. But the 11 of Brinkley is out ahead. We got kind of a split decision on what lines to run. We got guys running the highs and running low. Some running wherever they want to, and it might work out for them. 2281 to 90, who's back in the race. He had some damage earlier. He's gotten that fixed, it seems. It looks like the 24 got bobbled up in the top line. That's going to stack up the 22 behind him. The 57 throws a block in the 9. That's a Foster. That's a 60. That's a 67. Clemens. Look at the 22 making his way back up here. He's falling the 15. Oh, that's weird. Falling the 15 through, it seems. This is just bringing everybody else with them at this point. Looks like the 38 almost got blocked there by the 18. The 18, I'm surprised he's still able to run like he is. 24 also. 24's pitted 7 times and got that damage fixed. It's actually the 32 this race. So that's the right number. Hankins, but we'll go back up here. Got 1, 2, 3. Got a lot of guys ripping the high line. These 3 wide now. The 9, like 34, stuck in the middle. Now he's got the 50 to his outside. He knows what to do. He's gonna maybe lift a little bit here for the 99. Maybe just pop the throttle a little bit. There he is. Gonna stay in it. Gonna try to fight for this position. If he can get back down to the bottom in front of the 9, he can't do it though. The 9 almost gets turned. That's one way you get in front of somebody. Have him almost get turned. 71's making his way back up here. So is the 81 who we saw through the grass earlier. He pulls a slide job there, slides up right in front of the 23. The 81 and the 71 are same lap tires as everyone else around them. 99, however, is not. He has lap 53 tires is when he pit. He's got a lot of life in those tires. We'll probably see him use them up. That's not a bad idea. I mean, if you got tires, use them. I mean, it's not going to hurt him at all. Just go ahead and do it, man. I'm waiting for him to get to the outside of him. He's making it work, too. Looks like we've only got 22 drivers in the race still, so we've had a lot leave. Their damage is too bad to continue. Guys are lining up on the bottom. I'm surprised they're not shoving harder than what they actually are. I mean, you're just basically just cruising around the high line. There we go. 34 in the wall comes down to the 41. Hard hit for those two. As soon as I was going to say something, we have a wreck. Of course, who would have guessed? And was Coast multiple laps down? Yeah, oh, innocent bystander. 34 hits the wall. He gets loose, comes down to the 41. That sends him up into the 22. He gets collected. He had nothing to do with it. That sucks. Man didn't do anything wrong either. He really didn't. But we'll probably see some pit stops here. Sponsored by the Shadow Government. Yep, there they come down pit road. We'll stay out. He pitted on lap 53, so that's probably why. But a lot of other people come down pit road. Who is that? No, that's not Warren. Somebody else. Rosero, see if he can get out. He might actually beat the 99 out or the 50 out in front of him. Surprised these guys with damage are actually still able to battle like they are. As Jack should drop here for him, but it actually doesn't. So it'll be Brinkley who wins that race out. Joyner comes out behind him. Hankins took fuel only, it looks like. She was only a 6-second pit stop, or he or she was only a 6-second pit stop. So that's probably only fuel. Yeah, probably fuel only. But these guys under caution here, so we'll go on our second commercial break. It'll be a little bit shorter than what it normally is, though, I think. Ghost Racing Network now has merch. Go to grnmerch.com to browse our selections from stickers to custom-made by request hoodies and shirts. If you've ever wanted to support Ghost Racing Network outside of YouTube, here's your chance. Ghost Racing Network, for the scary side of iRacing. As we are back here, 68 laps into a 134 lap race. 7 cautions so far, so we're averaging about a caution every 10 laps, which is not a good thing. They did have a pretty decent run, though, there. And then the 34 came down, got the bystander in the 41, who was already multiple laps down. He's just trying to live his life out there, and he gets absolutely clobbered. But that seems to happen more than often, sadly, for him. He just got absolutely destroyed. See, green flag is back in the air. We are back underway, though. The 42 did not get going. He ducks out of the way immediately. Could have swore I just... Oh, the 99 gets turned. He goes to the grass. Just swore I heard somebody like chew something. I don't know. He stalked or nothing. I don't know. He saves it, though. Locks it down. He's going to get back going. I don't know what happened to him to get turned. We'll take a quick look. As... Oh, that's the second time. So... Washington still isn't out. I'm trying to see really quickly. I need something I can do side by side. He gets tight. He's tight here. Gets hit by the 15. Then he gets hit again by the 15. And that sends him to the grass. 15's not afraid to use the bumper or his car to get a position. Racing like Dale Earnhardt Sr. back in the good days. NASCAR dad when he did. That's what most of them would say, which drives me absolutely nuts. Gonna slide up there. Like he almost barely makes it. Back here, it's actually surprisingly calm. Yeah, I think that's another 99 would love a caution. He'd love to get his revenge if he had a chance. The 81's going to pull a slide job on the 50. The 50's going to go back inside. The 11's going to maintain the lead, though. Looks like this is a very line-dependent track if he can get up high. That 50's going to use a little bit of muscle, though, try to get the position himself all on his lonesome. I think the 11 saw he's going to duck down low, but he's giving the 15 the outside. The 15 is going to be able to get to his outside. There's 11 going to try to pull a slide job move. He is going to get in there pretty deep, slide up in front of the 15, realizes that the high line is where he needs to be instead of the low line. If he stays in the high line, he's got a pretty good chance of 15 or 50 almost gets shoved too hard there by the 81. He's able to save it, though. I've saw shoves go wrong multiple times. And the 50 cuts right in front of the 11. Cross the remove from the 11 here. 50 can't get the help from the 15. The 11's going to go back to lead, cut across both noses. I'm surprised he didn't get turned. Some of these moves are asking to get turned. So I don't know how they're not just getting plowed through at some of these. I mean, it's ridiculous, but they stay green. This looks like a basically top 9 car breakaway. 50's trying to do everything he can by himself to get up there. And it's not doing too bad, but he's got to also watch it. As the 24 hit the apron, he's able to save it, though. He almost collects 81. I think the 81 realized it. I saw him swing wide there out of the corner of my eye. But the 23 is going to try to make up some ground now. He's going to go on the bottom lane, pick up 2 spots. Can he maintain them? He's got to slide from front of the 67, and he will do it. Slide job move there from the 23. 67 decides to let him go. The 11's liking what he's seeing from the 50 and the 15 behind him. As long as those two fight and he doesn't have to deal with them, he's pretty much fine. He's like, hey, you can do what you want to. I don't really care what you do as long as you just don't wreck me. So 50's trying to get to the quarter panel of the 11. He does do it. He's just dove that thing on in there. Then get to the outside of the 11. I don't know if the 11 can do anything really about this. He's got to try to maybe stay a little bit closer to him. As he will, but he lifts the 50. They both run it pretty close, but clean. The 11 realized, hey, I'm too tight. I have to lift out the throttle so I don't absolutely plow the guy outside of me. It's respect from racers, hard racing. The 11 might just realize, I'm going to let him run, have him pull me along. Never mind, as soon as I say that, he's going to try to take himself back from the 50. Time to run, maybe perfectly, possibly. If he can slide up in front of the 50, if he can sail it on in there, he will do it. Going to lift up off the throttle. They're going to be coming up on a lap car. I don't know who that is up there because I can't really see that far ahead. Forgot to lower that back down, so it may have been a little bit loud, but the 50 will scrub the wall and scrub off a decent amount of speed with this low horsepower, high down force package. He's able to fall back behind the 15. The 15, it was the 28 they were catching. They're going to have to get around to him. He's going to stay high out of the way of these people. These guys back here are probably just honestly driving right there. It's like, you know, they can do what they want to do. As long as they don't kill me, I'm fine with it. It's a 15 is going to get himself turned here. He's made an enemy, and that enemy's 2 cars behind him here soon. He won't use the bumper. That 20, oh my gosh, they're cutting each other off. The 67 just cut the nose off of the 23. And I don't know how these guys have this much patience. 11's going to have to deal with the 50 again. We saw the 50 in the wall, like not even, what, 4 laps ago, and he's going to get the pass done. The 11's going to pull crossover move. Can he get it? He's going to get it done here with the 50. Maybe crossover again. Thinking about it, he's looking inside. He won't be able to do it. The 11 actually kind of maybe blocked him off a little bit. He's going to run midline. The 50 is going to get a shove from the 15. Try to get to the outside of the 11. He will do it. The 11 is going to send it in there a little bit deeper. Park it in front of the 50. Going to have to lift off the throttle and exit. That's going to hurt his straightaway speed. And the 50 is going to pull himself with the 11 out ahead of all these people. These guys are now kind of bottled up behind the 15. We've got the 15, the 81, 23, 7, and the 9. All getting caught up in this mess as the 9 is going to scrub the wall, do some sanding down. Getting that car ready for him. You don't have to sand down the car anymore. Get it ready for next week. The 50 is going to make another pass on 11. The 11 is not going to pull a crossover. I don't think he had enough momentum. The 50 looks like he timed it pretty well. Let's see what these guys want to do with each other. It sounds weird to say. Almost a little bit of a crossover move there. I was really looking crossover. But they decided not to do it. That's a gutsy move to not crossover on each other. The 15 will try to get to the 11, though. Not going to be able to get to it, but the 67 is going to come with the run on the 81. See what move he can make now. Still trying to get outside the 81. He can't do it quite just yet. He might have to give him the bumper. I think that's the 20. No, it's not 23. Who was in the wall behind him? The 24 was on the wall behind him. Just Noah Allison. The 90, who had some damage earlier, is back up here. These guys are not afraid to use their cars to let somebody know that they're down below them. I'll give him that. The 67, he's actually gotten past. Actually, the 81 got past the 15. Opened a hole for the 67, and he's going to try to take it. And he actually did. Now the 23 of Rosero is trying to get past him. McGurk has just entered pit lane as all this is going on. Peters is now going to have to, not having to deal with the 11 yet. Have to deal with the 81 here real soon. The 81 probably saved his tires. Watch these guys go at it and just said, no, you all can just go race each other to the death while I just look at you do that, and I'll have fun. Did he get 1506? That's a 6.7. I keep thinking these black cars are messing with me because there's not really much to tell off of the paint scheme itself to tell me what the driver is. That 11's looking. He took a shot there on the 50. He really did think about it. He needs help from the 67 more than anything else. If he can get the 67 to help shove him, I think he might have a legitimate shot. That 11 is just going to hang tough. He's got to build up something behind him. So, ooh, that 15 got loose in front of that 67. He was really, really moving around. As we do have a caution come out as the 24 is turned. Allison, what happened to him? He was racing. 71 just got loose. That looks like net code. Yeah, that is horrible net code there. Gets the 9 in it. That's also a net code issue. Goes up and hits the outside wall. It's just net code all around for those guys. They didn't do anything else. Nothing they really could have done. So, as they will all come down pit road, that'll give them 42 laps left, I had to guess. See who wins the race off pit road. That was a better question. It should be the 50, but wouldn't be surprised if the 11. Depends on how good they get in and get out of pit road. The 50 will make it. The 11 will come out second. 15 third. 81 fourth. The 71 not fifth. Looks like he sped. Rosera will come out fifth. Yep, that's a speeding penalty for him. That's why he's dropping so fast. I don't know what I'm talking about, but the company of Captain Insano. I'm still waiting for somebody to get paid back here. And y'all should know who I'm talking about. I'm waiting for the payback to happen. It's gonna happen soon. It's gonna happen real soon. So when it does, don't say I didn't see it coming, because I definitely did see it coming. Big Wait. Okay, I do have 8 cores. I was gonna say I was confused. I was like, what? CPU temp 77. Okay, that's getting hot. That's why I have my fan set to ramp up though at a certain temp, so I'm not too worried about it. I need to get a 4th monitor. Yes, and I said 4th. But lights should go off this time by, I've had to guess. And they will. So one more time around here, I'm going to place an ad. Should be done before they get the green flag. Just have to see what happens here with these guys. They've still got some time, so they don't need to go absolutely nuts. But you tell anybody that they're gonna do it. Who cares? Go insane. But pace car pulls in here. The 50 and the 11 will lead them back to green as green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. These guys go off the turn. The 15 is trying to get to the outside, and we have the 20. Is that 24 again? Allison is in the outside wall again. I think he wrecked all on his own, though. Yeah, he did. Car just stepped down on him, tried to catch it. That was wreck on his own. He's had a rough going recently on that. That's 2 wrecks in a row from him. He's not having fun, dang sure. And I'm going to put this, actually, let me change this. Put on conservative. That should take out a lot of those if they've been showing a lot. I have YouTube Premium, so I can't see when they do come up. Yes, I pay for YouTube Premium. But how was the 18 still in this race? Is he in a room? I don't know. He is. He is. I might get him soon. Why da da dang. Oh gosh. Man, I don't know what you. And they don't need to go too hard at all. But if you tell somebody don't go too hard, they're gonna go hard. Why? Because who cares? Just go nuts. Go absolutely nuts. But while these guys are under caution, that we'll go on another commercial break here because I'm trying to also look at something at this side. I figure out something I've been trying to figure out the whole entire day. Actually, yes. Ghost Racing Network now has merch. Go to grnmerch.com to browse our selections from stickers to custom-made by-request hoodies and shirts. If you've ever wanted to support Ghost Racing Network outside of YouTube, here's your chance. Ghost Racing Network, for the scary side of iRacing. As we are back here, 36 7 laps left in this race. Caution filled for sure. 9 cautions so far, 98 laps in. Pace car pulls in here. Starter will have the flag in his hand. And green flag is back in the air. We are back underway. Guys make it off of that turn. The 11 and the 50 are going to go at it. The 11's got to run down to the inside. The 50's going to chase him down. They're kind of trying to pinch off his exit. 11's probably going to send it in here, park it up in front of the 50. He actually swings it up high so the 50 can't try to get to his outside. The 50 might be able to make the pass back, and he will be able to. The 11's going to try to crossover move. Thought about it. Can't get close enough to him. We're probably going to race hard here towards the end of the race. The 22's made it back up here, though. Will he repay the... Or 23's made it back up here. These guys are not afraid to throw blocks at all. These are high IR drivers, too. These guys are not just normal people you'll find. I mean, these are 6,000 IRs, 4,000s, 5,000s IR. And the 81's getting loose, and he's going to save it. Chases it up the track. That's Kyle Larson there for a minute. It was Seth Warren with a nice save. You don't see that normally. A lot of guys, they like to snap the steering wheel, overcorrect it. The 11 looks like that's net code. He's not actually touching the wall. But these guys are 3 wide here for the lead. The 23, the 99, the 50, the 11. They're 4 wide now. So we're going to realize spatial awareness. You can't come up in front of somebody if they're on the outside of you. They all make it. Somebody almost gets turned from behind. Looks like that was 38 of Cody Webster. He sends it down to the inside. Thought he was going to... Oh, gosh. I thought he was going to clip the 2. Luckily, he didn't. Oh, my gosh. I thought the 2 was going to be destroyed. If I was a 2, I'd be so nervous. They maintain the lead, though. These guys are still going to go at it. They were 4 wide at one point, and that died down pretty dang quickly. Thank the Lord it did, because I was not going to have to deal with that. So the 15's going to get pressed up high by the 50. The 99 throws a block, and the 11 shows that he doesn't like it. Maybe gives the 99 a little bit of a bumper. Shove there. The 11's going to get tight. He's going to have to bail out the throttle. It's going to give the 15 a run. The 15's boxed in, though. Can't go anywhere. The 41's going to try to stay on the apron. He is crab walking that car around. And gets absolutely destroyed. Just junked. Get it out. Throw it out the swamp. The 11, the 99, the 15. All involved here. The 50. You're blocking down to the apron, man. He's asking to get wrecked. This 11's got to realize the 15. He's got space up outside the 15. Oh, somebody wiggles there. That was a 99. Almost wrecks himself. These guys are just racing hard now. Super, super hard. As these two are going to now rub each other. The 11 shows his displeasure to the 50. I mean, you can only block so many times. These two are going to go down to the bottom, and they're going to... That was dirty there from the 15. He makes this... Or 50... He makes his own room, and the 50's bobbling. He's gonna save it. How in the world do you not wreck that car? And the 23 gets loose. He takes out the 50 and the 11. Was not a purposeful thing from him. I think he just got loose in the high line, but caution is out now. The 42 looks like he was involved with it also. Let's see. The 11, where it starts. The 11 goes up to side draft. The 50's just coming down. I don't know. I don't know if that's a purposeful thing there. I don't know. I can't say for sure on that. I want to see how this 15 didn't wreck. I mean, he is sideways the whole entire time. A lot of these guys are going into the pits also while we're looking at this, but this is too good of a save not to look at. I don't know how you don't wreck this car. Good Lord. I mean, that man's got to have some dirt experience. Oh, he gets killed. Oh. That man's got to have some dirt experience. There is no way you do not. What happens with the 23? 23, I think he just gets loose. So he's up in the high line. Like, hits the wall, comes down in front of the 50, clips the 11. That's not on purpose at all. He just gets loose. He gets loose from going into the wall. Then the 15 gets collected in it. That was nuts. I don't know how these guys didn't wreck about 3 or 4 more times. I still don't understand how that 15 saved it, though. I mean, that car has stepped out hard. Super, super hard. But it looks like Webster might have played this correctly. He's now pitted, got fresh tires, and he's the first car on fresh tires. I don't know if these other guys have fresh tires or not. He's pitted 5 times. He may have burned up his tires now that I think about it. Interlinked. Y'all know where that quote's from. You know, it's a pretty depressing movie. If you're interlinked. This connection is driving me absolutely nuts. Okay, it's just FPS drops. I'm sorry about that, y'all. It's the whole thing that we got going over in this area. It's cold as crap, snowy everywhere in the U.S. It's just, yeah, it's not fun. I like the cold, though. A lot of people don't. They're like, how do you like the cold? And I'm like, I don't know. I just like it. Enjoy it. So, if I enjoy it, I enjoy it. Who cares? The lights are off on the pace car. So, 81, been talking about him a little bit in this race. He's up here now. He's up 23 positions. Started 25th, so he's had to work his way up here. He hasn't just been gifted this position. Pace car pulls in here though, and green flag is in the air. We are back underway here. The guys are almost swapping paint up here again. The 81 might have gotten loose. Again, he has old tires. Brinkley, who pitted, he has fresh tires. It's the 11. He's going to be blazing his own path. He got into the 81, though. The 81 saves it and saves it again. I think that was him trying to chase it down the track there a little bit. The 67 is going to use him to turn, and he's probably not going to be too happy. He's loose again. He keeps it up off the wall. They're still wrecking behind. The 77 goes through the grass, and they are wrecking again. The 30 is involved. The 71, the 22 all get involved in this one. Actually happens in front of him. Go to the 71 of Gino Amaro. So the 24 is having a checkup. He reacts to the 81, comes down, clips the 71. 71 gets clipped by the 22. The 22 then goes back up the track, gets the 2 and the 30. They hit hard. You want to see between the 81 and the 11, I believe it's who it was. I thought they might have shown some displeasure to each other. Let's see. I don't know. Can't be completely sure. I don't know. Kind of looks purposeful, but again, I can't hear their audio chatter here, so we'll leave that up to the people watching if they think that was on purpose or not. Have to find out. I don't completely know. But I'm gonna read the chat here really quickly. So we're gonna go a little bit blank. We're gonna go back to starting soon screen. Okay, just read some of the chat that I couldn't see. Starts going away too. This is great. Not gonna be fun. But I believe the light should go off next time by if I read it correctly. If I read it correctly. Minor curb rash. Okay, yeah, sure. The whole thing is scraped off. What do you mean? Let's see, yeah, lights should go off here. They're getting set. That's what it looks like for it. As yes, they do. And what number is the 81? Yeah, okay, so I am correct on that one. Gonna have a lot of penalties handed out after this race. I have a feeling, because these guys have not been nice to each other at all. Do I blame them? Not really. I'm somebody who tends to keep a level headed though in a lot of things. You can push my buttons all you want. It really, now when you hit the right one, then I get really mad. But it just takes a little bit to do that. The lights are off in the pace car. It'll be 18 laps here left as green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. What in the world is a 90? He is ripping that wall. Holy crap. I just looked at the 99 and all I saw was somebody he was literally, you couldn't even fit your body between the wall and him. He was up that close to it. That looks like Kyle Larson up there. As he is absolutely flying through this field. He has gotten some fresher tires. They're about 7 laps fresher than the guys ahead of him, the 11 and the 38. So he might have a chance to get past both of them here real soon. Because they're still going to race it out. I wouldn't be surprised if any of them will still use the bumper. I mean, we saw this happen so many times. In this race, I mean they've not been chicken to do that. That's for dang sure. 38 is going to get the lead. He's going to slide in front of the 99. The 99 is going to have no choice but to shove him down the front stretch. That 99, he's trying to get to the outside. I can see he's looking for it. This is more of a push race. Everyone can push each other more than anything else right now. But the 11, the 50, down on the bottom. 38 up high. The 11 is going to try a slide job on the 38. He will get it done, but the 50 looks like he might try to go to the lead. He won't be able to do it. He's going to have to get help from the 18, who had damage early on in the race. Thought he won the season opener, and he actually fell a little bit short. Well, he didn't fall short. He ended up losing the race win because it was deemed that he turned the winner for the second place car to win the race. So he got the second place finish. The second place car got the win. I know, confusing, doesn't make or it makes sense, but can't really explain it too well right now because we got these guys going at it. Brinkley is getting a shove from the 50 of Peters. For some reason, I thought that was Lil Peters, somebody that I know from a different league. These two are going to race each other down to the apron. You can go as low as you want to at this track. There's really no out of bounds. I mean, besides the grass, of course. But front stretch, you can go as low as you want. Back stretch, I don't think you can. I think that's no, you might be able to. But you can use the apron. It does cut some time sometimes if you enter correctly. Some people don't do it right, and they just bottom out and just scrape the living life out of the bottom of the car. And then it asks for help. The 67 gets loose, though, it looks like. Comes down just a tad. These guys are still going to keep it straight, though. The 50, he's going to like what he sees. As long as he sees these guys battling in his rearview mirror, that's all that he cares about. And he has the fresher tires, too, so he's got what he needs. It's got the skill, too. 6,000 IR. .38. He's trying the bottom. I don't know if he can get anything going, though. He's got no help, really. He needs help, too. He's not super down on tires, but at the same time, he is. He's not going to be able to power around them like he needs to. I'm just going to watch these two go at it. I got so zoned out, I was really watching these guys just try to pass each other. Peters, I don't know if he can do anything. I mean, tires is a big deal. The 99 might have a shot because he has equal tires with everyone else's. He's going to, now that right there is not on purpose. That is him actually getting sucked into the 11. These cars get stuck to each other, and it's weird to explain. So it's like kind of like, especially with the wall, if you touch somebody, it'll actually drag your car into them, and it's weird to think of it, but it actually does do that. I don't think that was him trying to go up into the 11. I think he actually got stuck to the 11. And I like super glue at the moment. But he will get past both those guys eventually. He's going to try to set his sights on the 50. The 30 is going to stay way out of the way, all the way on the bottom of the apron. 38 and the 99 could shove each other up here, as Webster might have no, he didn't throw his opportunity away, but that's going to hurt him a lot. 38 and the 11, sorry. That's who it was. 99 has caught the 50, though. Going to get right to his back bumper. Two black Fords. Sponsorless cars. That's just weird to see. I'm so used to seeing paint schemes on almost everything. Shout out Iron Horse. Liveries. Liveries? I don't know how you say that word. One of the two. This 99's going to keep diving at this 11, though, is creeping up slowly. I wonder if this 11 could help the 99 in any way. I don't... Off the top of my head, I can't think of any way he could, but I mean... Where there's a will, there's a way, so you might see something weird happen here really soon. He can just come out of absolutely nowhere. He's backing up, though. You don't think you can cool your tires down enough with 6 laps left. I mean, that'd be a tall task to ask of his tires. You can't flip on any fans either, Sally, even though they have them in there. The 11 trying to block the 38 behind him, almost gets turned. This is really the main battle that I'm going to be focused at, though. We do have guys battling in the back, but this is for the race lead. Is this 99 planning something? Is the big question that I've got. I don't know if he's not taking. He's going to get in the wall there a little bit, going to make him a little bit looser. He might need to get a little bit. That's not going to actually help him. He needs to stay within 6/10, which he's going to do that. He's going to probably pull back up in the backstretch to him. These guys are in a big pack behind him. That was like, what, 7 cars? 5 cars back here. That 20, or the 32, I think that's a girl, I think. Not sure that name, I'm not sure, I've never heard that name before. Has done a good job. Stayed in this race, got damaged super early, but didn't leave. But Kuntz is trying to catch Peters. Brinkley is trying to catch them at the same time as it's 3 to go. Is this 99 just waiting to do something? How long do you wait? Is the better question. Do you wait any longer? You just go. I think if you're him, you got to run some qualifying times now. Pretty much like, hey, we're just going to push it. Push it as hard as we can at the moment. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, sucks to suck. As Allison has wrecked, but they're going to stay green. 2 laps to go. Kuntz has gotten up on the bumper of the 50. He's trying to rattle his cage a little bit. Didn't mean to wreck him. I meant to rattle his cage, as Dale Earnhardt Sr. would say when he wrecked Terry Labonte at Bristol for the win. The 99, he's messing with him. He's trying to get up on his bumper. Will he use the bumper to get him out the groove, though? No, he won't. He's going to back up on this 4th turn here. He's going to get up to the throttle, going to get a pretty decent exit. He's going to be able to pull up right behind the 50. When will the 99 make his move? White flag is in the air one more time around here at Kansas. It's been 134 laps here. A little bit over 2-hour stream. 99 falls back. Did the 50 just drive it in there deep? And the 99 didn't expect that. 99 is going to try to get a turn up under. He's going to try to get a run down the backstretch, but he might have actually laid off a little bit too much because he's a tenth and a half off. He's going to make one last dive. Can 99 make it stick? He's going to probably drift up into the 50. Can he get close enough to do anything? He won't be able to, and it will be Luke Peters who will take home the win here over Jordan Kuntz and Blaze Brinkley. Webster comes fourth, and Plemons comes fifth. I don't know what happened to the 99 at the end of that, but I think he might have not realized the 50 was going to go in there that deep, and because I mean he really laid off more than anything else. I was a little bit confused when I saw that. Didn't really stay up on his bumper like I thought he would. As I will bring in the top 5 now. Let me get this pulled up correctly. So let's bring in Michael. That's qualifying. About to hit race. Let's bring in Blaze, Jordan, and Peters here. Ask for them. Oh, he already told him to. Waiting for Blaze to get in here. Yeah, well. Gonna get Blaze like 2 minutes to get in here. Then we'll have to skip him if not. Hmm. Just waiting on him still. All right, I think we'll have to pass on him. So we'll get the 99 of Jordan Kuntz. Hey Jordan, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man? Man, so you fall a little bit short there. What was going through your head those last 8-ish laps, knowing that you're going to be close there for the win? Now, so how did the race go for you overall, though? Because it seems like it evidently wasn't bad for you at the end. So if you had to describe this race really in one word, what would you describe it as? All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight? All right, man. Well, I will let you go, but good job tonight. That was Jordan Kuntz, the second place driver. We will bring in the race winner in Luke Peters. Hey, Luke, this is Bryson Booth. Have a copy, man. Man, so you come home with the race win there. What was going through your head those last 8 to 10 laps there, knowing or that you had a shot here to win it? And so, how did the race go for you overall, though, in your mind? Yeah, I was gonna say, how hard was it to pass? Because I remember running these Gen 6s. I mean, if you didn't have a massive run, you were not getting around somebody. All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Anybody you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight? All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good job tonight, man. Was Mike or Luke Peters? Why am I saying Mike Peters? Luke Peters, the race winner. Um, so I will go over the finishing order here now. First, Luke Peters. Second, Jordan Kuntz. Third, Blaze Brinkley. Fourth, Cody Webster. Fifth, Aaron Clemens. Sixth, Malachi Drake. Seventh, Kaloa. Might be Kaloa. Hankins. 8th, Aaron Brown. I'm looking at that name weirdly. 9th, Bryson Brinkley. 10th, Garrett Vitton. 11th, Noah Allison. 12th, Corey Rexford. 13th, Eric Heater. 14th, Sky McGurk. 15th, Alan Hintz. I'm about to get yelled at by my parents because I'm 20, but I live with my parents. I'm in college. So, 14th, Sky McGurk. 15th, Alan Hintz. 16th, Trey Patton. 17th, Michael Rosero. 18th, Seth Warren. 19th, Gino Mero. 21st, Clay Bellamy. 21st, Tyrell Foster. 23rd, 22nd, Ryan Joyner. 23rd, Josh Kosek. 24th, Brendan Timon. 25th, Justin Rector. 26th, Blake, don't want to butcher that name. 27th, Amari Bascombe. 28th, Ollie Reeves. 29th, Ryan Kendrick. 30th, Mike Campbell. And 31st, Gavin Gleisman. 32nd, Luke Mahone. That evidently is probably race control there. But not a bad race overall. Definitely was some drivers who were not afraid to show that they don't like each other. Is that a bad thing? Who knows? I mean, y'all can say for yourself if that's a bad thing. I mean, I think you can always show your displeasure. But, yeah, that's just who I am, man. But I will let you all go because it is late here at night. But thank you all for joining. If you're not subscribed to, if you don't mind throwing in a subscription, you can always take it back. It's always free. But I will let you all go.